Hey VAT, welcome back. We were just making some vectors, some of our very first vectors, and we made some rectangles and squares. Now we're going to produce circles. So inside of the shape building tool you have click and hold on it, and inside of there you'll see rounded rectangles, which are rounded on the corners, and you'll also see the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool is what you can use to make ellipses, or if you hold down the shift key while you click and drag, you can create perfect circles. And that's what we're trying to do right now. We're going to produce 4 circles that are exactly the same. First, I'm going to make sure that the circle has no stroke by clicking the no stroke button to put a red slash through the stroke box at the bottom of your toolbar. We're also going to give it a color, so pick out a color you would like to see inside your circle. For the fill color, I double clicked on the fill color, selected a color, and now the circle is that color. To copy and paste, because we could make more circles and try to mimic how big and everything, but like I've just rather copy and paste. So I just select this circle using the selection tool, and I go to edit, copy, and then I can edit, paste. You can also use key commands. You'll notice when you go to edit, copy, and edit, paste, next to it you'll see Control C and Control V. So a key command for copying a selection is Control C to copy, Control V to paste. And then a third option is just holding down the Alt key. When something is selected, holding down Alt will make a double arrow, and you can click on it and drag off to produce a duplicate. So now I've got these 4 circles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one a circle. The second one, I'm going to zoom in on that, Control plus, and spacebar will turn your cursor into a hand, and you can drag to move over a smidge. I'm going to look at this thing, and I'm going to change it by altering the anchor points. So a new tool to use is called the Direct Selection tool, and the Direct Selection tool can directly select individual anchor points and paths. So I'm clicking on this top anchor point right here, and I'm just going to click on it again and hold the mouse button down to drag. Now this will move, and the lines that are connected to the anchor point will move with it. It'll stretch wherever you bring that anchor point. Alright, so to make an egg shape, all you have to do is move that anchor point up. You can also, and I'm just going to undo that real quick, you can also select the anchor point and just hit up on your keyboard, up, until you get the shape that you want. Using that method prevents you from accidentally moving to the left or to the right. It'll move straight up, or straight left, or straight right, or straight down. It's up to you, like what direction you're trying to move that anchor point in. Alright, moving on to the next shape, we're going to try to make a teardrop shape, and it works the same exact way. We're going to select the very top anchor point, and we're going to move that anchor point up by dragging it or by hitting up on the keyboard. The only difference between the egg shape and the teardrop shape is that the teardrop shape at the top has more of an acute angle to create that interesting sort of drip like shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to grab these things. These are called the Bezier handlebars, and Bezier handlebars can be adjusted by dragging them, grabbing them, dragging them to produce a different angle. And this is like a teeter-totter at this point. It goes up and down, so if you move it down, the other side goes up, and we don't want that. We actually want our handlebars to look more like an upside-down V. So to do that, to break the handlebar in the middle, we have to hold down the Alt button. So holding down Alt right now, and I'm clicking on the other side to break the handlebar, and I can let go of Alt. Once it's broken, you don't have to press it anymore. Okay, and that can be you can move these things around until you're happy with the shape. Here's the last shape that we're going to make. We're going to attempt to make a heart from a circle, moving its anchor points and adjusting the handlebars. So here we go, Direct Selection tool, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did up here at the top of the teardrop, only now it's on the bottom of the heart, because the bottom of the heart is more of a V shape. So we're going to bend this handlebar inward, and I'm going to hold Alt and break that handlebar by clicking on it and moving it. Okay, so now we have that bottom looking more like a V. Now to adjust the top so that this thing eventually looks like a heart, it's the same process, only the V shape is going to be going inwards towards the middle of the circle. So we select that anchor point again, and we use the direct selection tool to break the handlebar, holding down Alt, clicking on one side, stretching that out. Now that it's broken, I can let go and moving that. Simply adjusting these side anchor points a little bit to make it look good. So it's as easy as that. So adjusting basic shapes is easy and can produce a great deal of variety for you. When we start to create logos, this will be a very helpful tool to use, using the direct selection tool. Thanks for watching. See you in school.